Hi, this is me from the future. While editing this, I give you a very hefty cringe warning. Because for some reason, I decided it was a good idea to freaking put PNGs all over the screen during this trial. I did not take it seriously. At all.
Are you threatening the chicken? Become a chicken!
I am so sorry. This is the only time it happens. And I'm just gonna put all in one video, so yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was overly tired. I don't know. Point being, please just hold out. Because literally right after this, I take it seriously again, but yeah. I'm sorry. We're almost done, and the cringe fest will be over in about an hour, if you even want to watch it. I won't blame you if you skip this video.
And the time has come. All we can do now is to try to uncover the truth during the past trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Does he still think I'm the suspect? Whoa, Bayaka and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We are investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? Huh? What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and embrace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. And I imagine what would happen if I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what?
What?
Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. But sorry, you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
I'm here. No rule's been broken. Kyoko!
Ah!
Kyoko, you're still alive? No! That's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it in a class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulations did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'd be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be the one step ahead of ya. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! Ah, so you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko. Pyaka stepped into the elevator. Master, oh, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when the trial's all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used the key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to.
Wrong.
What? Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in school. What? What? Oh, the key is his special tool? Kyoko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma. Oh no, there's a ghost in the elevator. It's Liam.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her. It's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Add Lion on screen. Leon!
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. What, should I actually look up a picture of Leon and just post him in the corner and he's just gonna hang out there? There you go. Just there in the corner. Right there. Alright, I got it! That took a minute. Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Right. Yeah, totally. I forgot everything because I was dealing with Leon being weird. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears. The dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still, with Leon screaming. After an immeasurable period of time, doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. It was Leon! But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. What is it? I need a... It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. Lovely. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has been past. Let's get on with the show. Yeah. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Finished preparations. A deadly fart. Oh, no one heard that. I think Leon did.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well
Yay.
then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
I'm having too much fun doing this. There we go. I think everyone's gonna be Leon. Let's go.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Of course, it's Kyoko, right? The young grown up afro.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Even I'm Leon! Danganronpa! Yes! Let's go!
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Yeah, everything is lining up perfectly. Oh my gosh. One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Oh no, Leon's blocking the options! Leon, get out of the way! He's just barely leaning out. He's like, what are you guys doing? Kyoko's gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Yeah, why do you wear those gloves? I'm just gonna quickly move Leon again. Nothing weird happening. Not being taken over by Leon. I am not becoming Leon.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Yeah, they had a wolf tattoo.
They probably just
Then
got
you're-
burnt up in the explosion.
What is that voice?
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
His voice is cracking. Weed man, the weed is wearing off. There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. I have to move Leon again. Dang it, we're about to go into the class trial. Alright, I'll just have Leon on either side of me, essentially, and then Mario just hanging out in the corner. There we go. So I don't have any choice but to. Don't move, Leon, just added difficulty. Okay. It's not added difficulty for me because I don't see it. It's not
Kyoko
added
there
difficulty
is
for
just a
you
ghost.
guys.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Okay,
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
shoot
'Cause
Leon,
that
kill
corpse
him.
is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is
Alright,
idiotic.
shooting at Leon.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
There we go.
No.
Fake
that's
nails. Leon objects.
wrong. No.
We can move
There's
Leon
no
back.
way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
The only one here who wears fake nails is me. Leon is the only one that wears them.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
It's actually Junko.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
How do you know that, other Leon?
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. The victim is... Oh, I need to move Leon again. Dang it! Because it's impossible to cover people, so the best option is to just have him on
If
either
Kyoko
side.
really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Tattoo on the right hand.
Well,
There we go.
if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
We're just dead, right?
If we can't identify the body...
There we go. Tattoo on the right hand. I can move Leon back. Ah!
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
Yep, everyone lived too long. They've become Leon.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Don't worry, I pretty much know word for word what happens in the trials.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
It
Her
is
master
a wolf.
must have made her
Ah!
do it. To be like, you're my bitch.
I don't know! Back! Go! Back! Toko Leon! Back! Leon!
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
You compared the tattoo to the other information. The victim's identity should become clear. Oh wait, is Leon covering again? Dang it! Ocean. There we go.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
There you go. I'll just make that Leon a little bigger. Okay.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Hangman's Gambit. It is a wolf. You treat me like a child even more. I know how to spell wolf. F. Thank you.
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Little, yes, there's no little gerbil now.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Oh, so that's the...
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
I don't know why Leon decided to eat the gerbil. He just did. He ended up choking on him. That's why he's so distraught.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from... Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
It was Leon.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
No, there are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
I've never even seen Mukuro's face yet.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Hero, it's
Get
great.
a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Makoto and Kyoko. It's me, Mukuro, and the headmaster. Toko and Genocide Jack are the same person. Why am I specifying that?
You've narrowed it
I
down
think it is
to
Toko, though.
Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
What's the duck cake for?
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspect now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
I think it was Toko.
Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Also, where's the chicken? Yes.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
I joined this. Yep, welcome to the Danganronpa. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, I just had to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. Welcome to the chaos. Clearly the most beautiful piece of art ever made.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Tattoo
It
on the
took
right
place somewhere
hand.
between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
There
Yeah,
we go.
from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Ooh, sprinklers.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now
I have
would
an
be the
objection.
time.
This triumphs the entire history of humanity itself.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
There we go.
No, that's
Sprinklers. Break.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right?
Yep.
So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
What?
How dare you spew such indecent words?
What's the mouth down south? What are you talking about? Leon?
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Because I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinkler that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with a certain evidence that should do it. Oh yay, bullet time! A mouth... Something rude. That I don't want to know?
I admit nothing. Blame me?
Final strike.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Loaded body
Prove
analysis.
it.
There we go.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
I just realized. Oh, okay. I understand now.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What are you talking about?
I'm so sick of her.
What was she
Let's
talking about? I don't
just
want to know.
Move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Sorry, you did it, Yogama?
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
What are you gasping about, Yogama?
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Makuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone. That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
What?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
Yep, because he's trying to get you killed.
A trap?
Within his own regulations.
We're this far into the game, and now you decide
We've
to
been
blame
blaming
me?
you the entire time!
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything.
Yeah.
So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
No, I think it might have been Toko.
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all.
Yeah, because it couldn't have been Hina. The only person had to be Toko.
And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
And Monokuma tampered with the evidence, I guess?
If she had a motive
I still think
and
it's
no
Toko.
alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Oh,
What
the
are
tarp!
you-
The tarp!
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
It was
All
the
it
tarp.
would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something I'd seen that was used to cover the body. Could it have been... The tarp. The tarp. It was the chicken!
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Very dirty water. Chickens are known for their excellent absorbing power.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
I was sick! Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That trap. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Where's the chicken? The chicken! Knife at the crime scene, body before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But
body
the
before
underside of the
explosion.
tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
There you go. That wasn't it?
Of course it didn't get dirty.
There you go, that's it. Got it! Haha!
No, that's wrong.
I had the right bullet. I just didn't shoot the right thing.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
If the body was dry, Leon must have eaten the chicken!
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Is she faking her death? Is that what it is?
Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
No, the chicken!
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
You got the blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean... No, the chicken! It was the chicken!
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
Yeah, one of the chickens are missing.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Leon's kind of covering one of the chickens, so it's also this chicken.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
Yeah, because Leon covered the chicken that disappeared. There was a chicken right here.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Yep, so messed up. Man, that's messed up, chicken!
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what
Oh,
we
that's
saw.
what the duct tape's
Only
for.
the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Wait, is the
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
Wait, is Kyoko a chicken head? Yes, she is! It's perfect! Because the freaking game is full screen, I can't see. I can't see it unless I tab out.
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Ah! No. No actual face. It must be chicken. There we go.
They covered it beforehand?
Just slowly sliding at the chicken face.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
No, it was not.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
Just slow.
What settles what?
You're having a chicken with Jimmy Neutron hair.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
We're watching the chicken apocalypse. Everyone's slowly scrolling into a chicken form.
But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
Toko!
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Toko.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
No!
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Why do you think it's me now?
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Damn. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
Backfired real quick.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
What if you did it? If you did do it, though. In my fever dream, did I kill them?
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No!
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
That's a horrible idea. Maybe he became the chicken, plucked them to death. Maybe.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Was it you, Hina? Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway! So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's
Wait.
the knife we gave to Makoto?
Wait, is Kyoko just trying to... Oh wait, is Kyoko actually the killer this time? Is she just trying to frame me?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. Are you threatening the chicken? Become a chicken! I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Oh no, it's off center. There we go. Fixed it. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I had to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Make your argument. Yeah, Kyoko wasn't at the crime scene, so how did she know about the tarp?
The knife we
Exploded
found
body.
lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's
Oh,
no
dang it.
question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
I need the exploded body analysis. Dang it.
Getting stabbed is what killed.
There you go. Disguised dead body. Okay, got it. Haha. Thank you. Break.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
Yay.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
They were shot straight through by one of the arrows. Somebody shot them with an arrow. Was it Toko?
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the
Maybe-
stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe the dead body is staged.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. Dang it! I didn't mean. Oh, I pressed the Monokuma file.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only
Oh.
one stab wound.
I was meaning to look at it, but apparently that was the answer, so.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
So calm.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Accidentally.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
I've done that so many times, I can't even count it.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Toko.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the
I
cause
have
of
one
death,
heart.
then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Somebody stole the bomb.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Still think the body might be Kyoko's. It's Leon. Leon has taken the place of Kyoko at this point.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
What?
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. There you go. Fragments near the dead body.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Yeah, it was the Monokuma
That's only
bomb.
natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Yep.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
It's Toko!
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
I think it was with the titanium arrow. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Do. Arrows! Exploded body before the explosion.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Oops, that wasn't it.
Showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I can only think of one thing that could have killed her.
Then, shall we?
This fatal injury has yet to be...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Hit on the back of the head.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The
Was the
Monokuma
herbs.
file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Arrows.
I bet it was the pickaxe!
Oh.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
What?
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
How do you know this, Toko?
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Why?
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Why?
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Okay. I don't know why I wanted to do that. I just did.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
He's happily eating the gerbil as well.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Yeah, it's the arrows. The real murder weapon. Titanium arrows. There you go.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her.
I don't even know what she looks like.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. What's the secret? Bloody duct tape. Oh, the duct tape?
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Bloody duct tape!
No, that's wrong.
Break.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Duct tape! No, it's a muffin.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Were you even listening?
I think she does have a third personality. What the heck?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Yeah, the wooden lock.
Oh,
The wooden key.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
Yeah, everyone dies.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Toko's the mastermind. I have evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. 'Cause it can't be Kyoko. I don't want to believe it's Kyoko.
Got it.
But everything's pointing to
The
Kyoko.
one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle.
No! No! I just realized it's Taka! Taka did it! That's why he accompanied me, to make sure. It's Taka! No, it's
Your
Taka!
non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime.
Yeah, when he told freaking Toko to go, she fainted at seeing the sign of blood, but just like Jill knew what to do. Bayaka! I realized what I was calling him. Bayaka. It was Bayaka this entire time. Because he's the one with the room key, so he could have planted that in there, then hit her on the back of the head, and had done it all the previous night and had Toko take care of the rest. And he had everyone with him so that he would have an alibi. And Toko's all about freaking Taka. Not Taka, Bayaka. And Bayaka is actually the mastermind. That would explain why the freaking Monokuma keeps calling him boss and doing whatever he says. Definitely.
This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
It was Taka.
Hold on a second.
Not
Well,
this
I
again.
got
You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
All of the
No,
dead victims.
It's not that I want to defend her. It's just... There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
It's Bayaka.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
No, it's you.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Bayaka should know better than anyone. What does that mean? Bayaka's the one. Bayaka's the mastermind and he is the killer. Good luck key when the body was found, Bayaka's account.
Those words you just spoke.
Okay, I need to check what he said in his account. Give me a sec. I don't remember.
Exactly what I said.
There we go.
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Buyakua. I finally heard it.
Never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
No. Wait, give me a sec.
There's proof
That you aren't the culprit.
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
Bayaka's the person. I know it. They're the killer, and they
If
had
I'm
Toko
right,
help them.
Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Besides the all lock
Without
you
my
have.
room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
Exactly, so it was you, Bayaka.
Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... I'm gonna upside down. The Mastermind's trap. The victim was Makuro and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. You have the we know the danger, but if the risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Let it go. Run away. What does it mean by run away? Wait, what is going on? What is this? Let me save! I can't save! What am I doing here? Run away, let it go. I'm not gonna pursue the lie. You have to choose. I'm trying to think. Run away. No, running away isn't gonna solve anything. I have to decide right here and now. Let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
It was you, Bayaka.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
But you did go to the garden
I couldn't
beforehand.
possibly have killed anyone.
No,
or
you could.
put the key in Kyoko's room.
Because you were the last one in the garden.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
Are you now trying to say it's
Had
me
to be
again?
Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What?
Time's up?
Why am I threatened now?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
So it didn't matter.
Voting time?
Kyoko's gonna be voted out anyway. A, B, B, A, A, A!
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's Bayaka. Bayaka is the mastermind. That would explain so much. Why is it me? Why am I guilty? No, there's something wrong here. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Kills,
It's time for your
kills,
heart-pounding, positively
kills.
thrilling punishment. But I didn't kill. I'm not the Blackened. Wait! No. Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
What is going on? Did I choose a bad end? Am I dying? Game over. Makoto has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. I'm dying? What? Wait. What is going on? Whoops. Wrong one. After school lesson. Either die a Makoto or live long enough to become a Leon. That's fun. Why am I red? Am I full of fear and I'm trying not to look behind me? Oh, I am. What's that blue button? Chihiro! Alter ego! Yes, 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 yes! What? I'm going under.